We're playing in the middle of Woodward. I have no makeup on. We did not plan this. And it is, when you have VIP feel, it just go down. I have not done this in a while because my entire brain has been trying to figure out how I can make it more meaningful. Like, I like to do stuff that is meaningful. And on top of things being meaningful, like it having a purpose, my brain was also trying to figure out life, because you know, you pray for something and then you get what you pray for and you be like, ooh, that was a lot. Well, the saints have marched in, okay? And your girl has been superiorly overwhelmed, but I have been working through it. I also I don't want to say I took a break, because I didn't. I went to Georgia for a little while because I have to run away. Sometimes I have to run away. And the running away is so that I can fix my brain, because my brain is tired. It gets tired. And it's like I have all these ideas, but you can't do them all at one time. You have to do things in order. Decency and order. And it's a lot, especially when you are a wife and you're a mother and you are a business owner. That's a lot of things. It's like having like 4 newborns at the same time. And your girl gets a little bit tired. I get tired, but I don't think people think I get tired. It's like sometimes, you know how people will be like, oh my God, check on your strong friend, because, you know, people who are the strong people in your life, they never seem like they need help. They never seem like things are going awry. Because in your mind, you're like, oh, they got it together. They got it together. Everything is great. But the reality is, like, it gets overwhelming. It gets very frustrating. It gets sad. I feel like all entrepreneurs get upset. We cry. And I feel like I've been crying for months, because you have this vision of this new thing and the new thing needs to go down. But like, God is very specific with me. And he'd be like, do the last thing I told you. And sometimes even the most faithful person be like, I don't want to do that. I want to do this one thing. And when you be like, I want to do this one thing, God like, okay, fine. You ain't going nowhere until you do what I told you. And I'll be like, because in my mind, God, well, it's not even in my mind. God's currency is the faith. What faith do you have? Oh, ye of little faith. It's like seeing that picture. Have y'all ever seen the picture of the little girl on the internet? And it'll be like Jesus and the little girl, and she'll be having she'll have a bear in her hand. I'm going to pretend this is my bear. It's my little thinker, because I have all these little thinkers around. It'll be like, think, girl. So you got this little thinker, but then Jesus got a bigger thinker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like, I don't want to give you this because I love it so much and I don't want to let it go. God is like, yo, if you would just pull up, I'm doubling your portion, but you never know what's behind his back because you're too busy trying to hold on to this thing. And then when you don't follow directions, you reap there are repercussions to you not following and being obedient. So I paused day in the life, because I was like, number one, it has to be meaningful. But number two, it needs to be the realest stuff, because I feel like there's enough fictitious stuff out there. And this is a real thing for me. I've been grasping this thing, and I'm like, oh my God, but I love it so much. And he like, let it go. Let it go. Say goodbye. There's like a bucket of things. It was like, let it go, say goodbye. And then I was like, Let it go. There's another thing you gotta let go, let it go. And you like, you don't want to hurt feelings. You want to break people. You don't want to do all these different things. But God is like, I gave you something. These people are people. They're mere humans. And God is like, I'm God. So how are you going to choose these things in people over what I told you to do? And so that's why I feel like I got punched in the face. I got punched in the face. And God was like, oh, you going to do what I say, and I'm going to make it where you don't have a choice. I'm going to make you uncomfortable. I'm going to make you severely uncomfortable. And it's going to be to the point where you're going to have to do it because you're going to be so uncomfortable. And somebody need to hear that. Somebody need to know that you are extremely uncomfortable right now because God told you to do something, you chose not to do it. So you are literally reaping the benefits of not following the directions of God. And I never want to live in a land where God told me to do something and I second guess it. It is painful. It will hurt. You will cry. It's like being a toddler and your dad's taking your favorite toys away from you and you don't have a choice. And it will look crazy to people and people are going to talk about you like you're a dog, and it is totally fine. Because again, and I've said this a million times and I will say it again, the most amazing things happen in the most uncomfortable places. And you never know what God's plan is because that's what the word tells us. It says, my thoughts are not your thoughts and your thoughts are not my thoughts. And as high as the heavens are from the earth is as far as your thoughts are from my thoughts. That's what God says about his thoughts. So like we be too busy thinking about stuff that we think we want to do and we want to organize and plan. And God says, your plan is not my plan. I have a plan for you, honey child. That plan was already made for you before you got here. That plan was already made for you before you was in your mama's womb. You were planned for, and the plan was already, before you even were a thought, before the sex happened to create you, it was already planned. So we go through this whole life fighting the plan that God already has, and we making it more complicated for ourselves.